What is going on, everybody? It is Tuesday, September 25th, 2018, a little after 10:30 a.m. I was excited for today, going into today. I still haven't made a trade yet this week. Staying disciplined. I'm just not seeing anything I feel comfortable with. I'm seeing a lot more risk than reward. I'm seeing a lot of stuff pop up out of just a lot of randomness is what I'm seeing. Like I said, I still have not made a trade yet this week. I don't want to force anything. Yesterday, I was looking at pot stocks, but then a lot of them had a lot of public offerings and it just killed the momentum. The overall market was red. Today, futures were gapping up. A lot of hot stocks were gapping up pre-market, but as soon as the bell rang, everything just started dropping off hard. I was watching CEI, but then they came out with news of an asset purchase agreement. This gaps up to a high of 75 cents and then just drops all the way down here to 42 cents, and it's just a piece of crap. And then you got YUMA. Let me see if I can find it. It's down here at the bottom now. YUMA, great momentum yesterday, falls off today. I was looking at Joan, had a great day yesterday. All these stocks closed really good yesterday and great momentum yesterday. It was the oil and gas sector is what it was. Like I said, gapping up pre-market, then as soon as the market opened, they're all just stinkers. The only one worth watching, or not even really worth playing, because it's just getting halted so much, was JAGX. As soon as this opened, this goes from $1.20, bounces off 90 cents, runs up to $1.20 real fast, gets halted, gaps up, runs up to, it was like $1.45, gets halted again, gaps up, opens up, and then it sells off and gets halted again, and then finally bounces here at around $1.25 and runs up to $1.80. It's just untradeable to me. When a stock's getting halted every other minute, I don't want to get caught on the bad side of momentum, and it's just more risk than reward to me. I like to see patterns spike, consolidate, set up a pattern, spike again. It's all about sticking to your niche, your plan, what you like to do, and waiting for it. And then we got any NBEV at this point. To me, it's just randomness. It's very, very choppy. One moment it's tanking and going down. The next moment it's going on a spiking rampage like it is right now. This morning we get a false breakout as it failed to break over the previous day's high right here. Spikes up to 525 almost, then falls down to a low of 437, and then bounces up, and now it's trying to test $5 again. We had APDN gapping up, just no volume towards it. TLRY has just been in a range going sideways so far this week from $125 and I'd say $100. ASNA, now this is just too risky. big, huge drops, big spikes pre-market, even in the after hours. Then when the market opens, it just drops off. And look at this. This is awesome. We got EDRY going from $7.80 up to almost $12. This is just like SARX and kind of like GBR yesterday. Or SAEX. SAEX yesterday, as you can see, went from $7.60, spikes to a high of $22, consolidates, kissing the VWAP, and then from 17 spikes to 31. And today it's just doing nothing. And now we got today EDRY going from 775. Now look at it, it's up to 1163. But look at the spread on it right now. The spread is $1. Well, now, yeah, 12.21 by 11.20. EDRY, the float on it's only 1.8 million, 1.9 million. And it's not even at 100,000 in volume yet. This can be a very, very profitable trade, but very, very, very risky. You could blow up your whole account. So right now, it's halted right now, so we're just waiting for it to get open back up. Come over here to the market strength real quick. Again, the NASDAQ just keeps falling now as it's pulling back. Look at that big drop here on the 5-minute. And now it's pulling back even further. Now it's pretty much touching this 200-day moving average. The SPY even gapped up today, but it's just been red today so far. So this is where it closed yesterday on the 5-minute. Gaps up today, and so far today it's just been slowly grinding down. Even though it shows it's green up here, it's bad momentum at the moment. Joan, right at the open on the 3-minute, spikes from $9 up to a high of 11.21. The first 15-30 minutes of the market open is always the most volatile. You can see some really crazy moves, and if you don't know what you're doing, you could really hurt yourself. But like I said, just a bunch of randomness right now. Cron even gapped up to yesterday's high, and now it's just falling back down. So right now, we're seeing stocks pop up, and I'm seeing a bunch of range plays. The one play I will point out that's been good is, where is it at? GERN. GERN we spotted over the weekend, and we said it was getting tighter. it was consolidating on the 15 or 65 minute chart. Which one was it? Yeah, on the 65 minute. This was creating higher lows, slowly just consolidating after this drop right here. Consolidating, making higher lows, and then it finally pops up Monday, and it goes from 550, goes up to a high of just over $6, pulls back to 580, this old resistance line right here, which is now holding as support, and then goes from 580 today, reaching a high of 680. So a dollar move right there almost. So you got a dollar move on Monday and a dollar move today. 2 great days with GERN. And no, I didn't play it, and I missed it again. I got to start working more on focusing and paying attention to what I set up over the weekend instead of being sidetracked by everything that's going on Monday and all the news that's coming out and the stocks scanner just going off in the mornings. I actually have to stick to what I set up. You know, you don't have to trade what everybody else is trading. That's the beautiful thing about trading. You don't have to do what everybody else is doing. You can go off and do your own thing. Over the weekend, I found this. I set up a game plan on it, and it worked out. 2 days in a row. This could have been a profitable trade, but I didn't act on it. Like I said, I got sidetracked on all the pot stocks and everything else that was popping off on the scanners. And then you always got to put yourself in check. Like, I don't like to overwhelm my watch list with stocks, because then I start to overwhelm myself about everything to watch. And look at my watch list so far. It's Tuesday. And look at my watch list so far. Look at all these stocks on my watch list. That's way too many. Even on the back burner, look at all those. And the pot stocks, look at all those. I just have way too many stocks I'm trying to keep an eye on, and I gotta take a step back and start having more discipline and patience and sticking to my game plans. Because when I start to overwhelm myself, I start to think too much, and then I don't want to trade because I think something else is going to pop off over here. If I'm watching one thing right here, I think this is going to pop off, and this is going to pop off, and this is going to pop off. It's just overthinking and overwhelming yourself, and I don't want to do that. So I got to get back to basics with that. I normally only like to keep an eye on 4 to 5 stocks on my watch list and continuously, rotating stocks in and out on whatever is setting up and whatever's happening. But Monday, Tuesday, like I said, a lot of randomness. A lot of stocks been popping up on the scanners, and I just simply, or it would have a great news release, and I would add it to my watch list real fast to go back to it. But once again, I'm not really liking anything today, so I think I'm just gonna sit on my hands and wait. The market doesn't know what it wants to do. You know, I don't want to base my trades on randomness. And look at JAGX. It hits a high up here at 180. Now it's falling back down below 140. This is all this area right here where it's getting halted. Look at that. This was just halted at 1165. It gapped up and reopened at 1250. Runs up to 1380 and gets halted again. And look at where the bid is. The bid's at $15. Wow. There's a lot of stuff going on today. A lot. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining at all. But sometimes it could just feel like when there's so much stuff going on, it's hard to actually concentrate on just one thing when there's so much stuff popping off and going on. Like all this video, there's just so many tickers to switch to and look at. That's up on the day. And most of it all has volume. NBEV has 18 million in volume. CEI has 60 million, but it's crap. See, now it's rallying up from 40 cents up to the VWAP here. NLST slowly grinding. Penny stock market is definitely on fire right now. Definitely. When did EDRI get halted? $10.48. So it should reopen here any moment if it's just a volatility halt. Volatility halts usually only last about 5 minutes. I'm not going to play EDRY. It's up way too much. Way too much. You could start seeing people want to freak out and take profits. And then that's when you start getting stuck in halts on the way down. Look at the spread right now on it. That's crazy. That's a $2.50 spread. Here it goes. It reopens at 13, down to 12.21 like that. Up back up to 13.10. Let's just watch this for a second. There is a spread of like 60 cents on the level 2. It's like going back and forth. Let me look at this one real quick. Oh, it's starting to drop to 12s. We switch to the 1 minute. Yeah, that's a big range. $12 and then it's jumping up to $13.50. Huge range. There's still a spread on the level 2. It's like 40 cents now. 25 cents. Here it goes. Watch it drop. This is when you can start to see people freak out and panic sell and then run into another halt. But then there's people that could look at this, hey, this is pulling back, I'm going to buy the pullback. And then you get that pop up. I'm not seeing volume rush into this though. It's still only at 250,000 in volume. Wow, the SPY's taking a hit. Look at that. Yeah, it's not looking good right now. We're going to see it possibly pulling back this week. $13.50 down to $11.23, pops up to $12.50. Look at PXS going from 88 cents running up to $1.18. No news. So you see, we're seeing a lot of stocks pop up really fast, and I don't want to chase these. Normally, if I see something pop up and start to get volume, like I said, I want to, pull back, consolidate, start forming a pattern, and then when it breaks out of that pattern, attack. ASNA's having a nice grind back up. And CEI is making its way back up to that VWAP. But like I said yesterday, these past few weeks, what we've been seeing are stocks gapping up, having a horrible morning. Nothing's really been spiking in the morning. And all of the action every single day has been the last part of the day, power hour. And it's been like that the past couple weeks now. NBEV smacked right back down to this 450 level. That's just choppiness. Look at that. Spikes up, grinds down, making lower lows. Get a quick pop up, pulls back, pops up. Disregarding the VWAP. And it's good to subscribe from other. You guys keep hearing my phone go off when I'm live streaming. Subscribe to all these great traders. Great traders like Modern Rock, Nathan Mashad, I think his name is, from Investors Underground, Mad Ass Trader. To get insights as well from other professional traders and to see what they're seeing. I'm not subscribed to a chat room. I like chat rooms, but for me, chat rooms, there's a lot of noise in chat rooms. All I really need is to follow professional traders on Twitter and subscribe and get notified when they post something. And during market hours, they're going to post to you or, be your eyes. Because your eyes can't be everywhere in the market at the same time. And you learn from them as well. Surround yourself with successful people. There's a couple other ones too. Follow Tim Gertani. He's good, really, really great at shorting. So when stocks are normally tanking, he'll tweet, He just tweeted something about CEI. There's a couple other ones too. I can't remember their names right now. Bulls on Wall Street's a good one. Same thing goes with YouTube as well. Subscribe and watch other professional traders trade. And it will better advance your learning curve. You'll learn different strategies and you'll see different perspectives of the market. And it'll really help you out a lot. That's how I've learned. You just got to dedicate your time to putting in and watching all these videos that they make and what I make. I've only been doing this for I'm approaching a year and a half. And I'm still not the greatest, but I've come a long way. And I'm still growing. And I do plan on eventually doing this full time in the future. My patience and discipline has come a long way. I used to want to trade every single day. I would come to the market and be like, I gotta make money today. I gotta make money today. I gotta make money today. And over time, you realize you don't have to trade every day. I consider myself like a sniper now. I want quality over quantity. Like a great example, and I missed it this week, and I'm still kicking my butt over it, is GERN. Over the weekend, I set this up. Monday, it broke out. Tuesday was somewhat of a continuation. I would say Tuesday would have been a nice hold overnight to sell the next morning and maybe buy the panic in the morning. But I'm learning. Learn from your mistakes. But now, I'll trade maybe once, maybe twice a week. Maybe twice if the market's really good. I barely ever trade 3 times a week now. Looks like we're seeing the shipping sectors heat up a little bit. Tops going from $1 to $1.25. And I seen dries earlier. Today going from 530 up to 550. EDRY is still hanging around. It's kissing the VWAP right now. Just over 375,000 in value. I think a lot of people don't want to touch it because the spread, and it's up so much. Maybe if it consolidates in this area for a while, and now that we're going into lunch hours, maybe going into just after 1, if this is still in this area consolidating, traders might want to start getting in on this. But yesterday, I called this out on OGEN yesterday. Yesterday, as this was touching $1 and then falling back down to 75 cents, I said the same thing I said today. We haven't been seeing stocks spike in the morning, and we've been seeing stocks the past 2 weeks go on nice runs and closing strong, or selling off hard, spiking up and selling off hard just before the market closes. And I said, watch, this will probably come up at the end of the day and test $1 again. And that's exactly what it did. Coming up to lunch, we went into lunch, the stock comes right back up to $1. Test $1 and it fails. Pulls back down to 87 cents and then it rallies. And it breaks over $1, but it didn't break out much. Broke out to $1.08, $1.09. Pulls back, bounces off $1, and then hits a high at $1.14, $1.15. And then after that, it just tanked. And as you can see, now that it's back down to 63 cents right now. When you're here every day in the market, you're here every morning, you'll start to see it's like the market likes to run in cycles. See, now the SPY is red for the day now. The market likes to run in cycles. And you'll start to notice cycles repeat each other. The market likes to repeat cycles, and then you'll start to see stocks, even from the past. They say history repeats itself. It's true. You'll start to predict what the market's going to do because you've seen it happen in the past. That's a pattern right here. A descending wedge or an ascending or descending triangle. You got your support right here at 87, and you just connect the lower highs and wait for it to either pop out to the upside of that pattern or pop out down to the downside of this pattern, either short or long. That's the type of pattern I'd be looking for when I'm playing stocks, equities. But I'll tell you what, so it's already Tuesday. It's going to be fun and a lot of time spent going over what happened in the market this weekend. And it's already Tuesday. We'll see what happens. The week's not over with yet. But that's the market recap for today, guys. Hope everyone's being disciplined and patient, and hopefully you are all banking money. For now, I'm just going to continue just to watch and just see if anything sets itself up that I'm familiar with and have an edge. That's what I look for every day. No trades so far this week. I haven't really traded in the past really 3 weeks. And if I have, they've been like petty plays. Last week I made a lousy $50. I only traded one time. And I was rushing the trade before I went to work. And the week before, I think I made like $160. So I really haven't been trading big. And so far this week, no trades. But stay patient, guys. Wait for your setup. Be patient. Have that discipline. I say that at the end of every video because it's very, very important. And I just hope you guys realize that. The market's all about having patience and discipline. And always be studying. Always be a student of the market. the market is always right. Don't ever fight the market. You will lose every single time if you do. Alright guys, till next time. Later.